Got a new setup right now, so if you can't hear me, if things are unclear at all, you gotta let me know if it sounds too loud. You know, this is new territories out here for your boy. So so we'll see what happens, man. Excited tonight, man. We got the homie Ruciano's new joint. Wanna talk to y'all a little bit about Ruciano before we get him jumping off tonight. He comes to us by way of the homie FF from 6'5". Big shouts to the bro FF putting us on game with Ruciano. I believe the homie is yes he is based out of Brooklyn. Influences include Jay-Z, Eminem, wavy attitude. Homie is very wavy. Aquaman is what he helmed himself. The god of the drip in the building. Yeah, man. So he's got 10K followers on everything. Got his debut. Just signed to P.U.R.E Records. I put this little bio in the P.U.R.E Records information on the bottom of the page down there, man. So you can go check it out a little later. Big shouts to the homie Ruciano. Yeah, so let me know how things sound, man. We'll get jumping off the first song of the night. Got lots to talk about tonight as well, man. Frontier Airlines doing crazy things. Much love to Wifey. Probably the only one watching right now. Lots of news tonight, man. Big shouts to 50 Cent. He's getting his own day in Houston, his own holiday, as well as the key to the city. I love 50. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's get to the first song of the night, man. Captain Majid, the homie out of Egypt. He used to show us a lot of love when I was doing those reactions, man. Always rocking with the reactions. Big shouts to the homie. This is Watu. I'm gonna go Watuai. WA letter the number 2 TY. A lot of those songs, especially the Egyptian songs, have like letters and numbers in the name. So everything sounds good. All right, let's see if the music. Let me know about the music. Here we go. Real chill vibes on this one. Real chill. Okay. مش محتاج فيه انك كعبل الوقت الجاي مش هيجيلي لو مستعجل ضربة في نص دماغك بتخليك متوتك اي ما تضيعش بوقتي بوقتك الدنيا سبا مش محتاج فيه انك كعبل الوقت بتاعي مش هيجيلي. It's got a real stormy sounding kind of feel to it. This feels like a rainy day walking down the street eating a bagel of some sort. You know, it's got a chill in the cut kind of feel to it. I'm digging it so far. Real relaxed flow to it. بس فيش مسكنات في نص الطريق فعادي النفس الاول واحد والدماغ تسيح وكل يوم مشاعري تزيد برود مع فشل طفيف. Sounds really natural. قاعدين على المراجيح وبيلعبوا هلا هو استنى كفى توب ولو كنت كفى الاقوى يجي الاقوى عليك ويحط الدنيا وده القانون احنا بننفذوه من اول ما. The flow is crispy. We've been doing Captain Majid songs for a minute, man. He's been coming through the stream at least a year plus, and all his stuff is usually real crispy. It's mixed pretty well. What I enjoy a lot though is just the easy flow he's giving us on this. He's just chilling. Obviously, I don't know what the man is saying, but I know when it doesn't sound good, you can always tell. Dude has a real ease about his vibe. I like it. BTOD, what up, bro? ما تضيعش بوقتي ووقتك الدنيا سبا مش محتاج فيه انك كعبل والوقت بتاعي مش هيجيلي لو مستعجل والضربة في نص دماغك بتخليك متوتك ما تضيعش بوقتي ووقتك. I don't mind this at all. مش محتاج فيه انك كعبل والوقت بتاعي مش هيجيلي. It's just got that dusky kind of late night sound to it, man. I really dig those vibes. I got these new headphones and little earbuds. I'm not sure I'm getting the best I don't know if I'm be giving the best feedback on the mixer tonight. It all sounds a little watery for my taste. So I got to work on that a little bit, but I do like this joint so far. This singing voice is nice. Glad to hear that, man. Can't wait for some new music, my G. Glad you're feeling better. BTOD, how's this music sounding to you, bro? I got these new earbuds in the ear, man. I don't know how well the sound is traveling, man. Chilling, God. Everything is good, man.
ما تضيعش بوقتي ووقتك الدنيا سحابة مش محتاج فيه انك كعبل والوقت بتاعي مش هيجيلي لو مستعجل والضربة في نص دماغك بتخلي.
Big shouts to the homie Captain Majid. The name of that joint is Watui. That's what I'm gonna go with. WA2TY. Obviously, you know, you got a little bit of a language barrier there. I don't know exactly what my bro is saying, but I love the vibe of it, and I love the tonality of his voice. You know, very smooth, very velvety. You know, as far as the mix goes, it sounded okay. Like I said, my mix judgments tonight may not be as great because I got these new headphones, this new setup, and I'm not loving the sound at the moment, but we'll adjust to that. I'm gonna get that at 86, man. I really did like the it's a chill sound. Yeah, that's what I appreciate you on the iPhone speaker. That's real love. You working tonight, bro? Yeah, man. So I like it. 86. I'm going with. Big shouts to the homie Captain Majid, man. Like I said, one of the Egyptian homies rocking with the show for a long time, showing us mad love, putting us on to other people out there. Big shouts to Egypt, the whole land out there. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, my man 50 is getting the key to the city. He's got a bunch of charities going on out there in Houston. His G Unity Foundation has been opening schools up there and really helping out in the high schools. I guess he's had his people out in the high schools, you know, trying to help kids become entrepreneurs. And I love to see stuff like that, man. You always see folks in the news for the wrong things. Big shouts to 50 being out there doing positive things for the kids. Gotta love that, man. Gotta love that. The TSA is gonna make it easier for people to travel too. I think this is kind of dope. And it's still cooking. My man's just cooking. I like that. The TSA is gonna make it easier for people to travel, man. They got these new scans. They're called CAT units, and they scan your photo and it can confirm your identity and your flight details. So they're now gonna tie your flight details to a photo ID. It's kind of crazy, and I kind of feel like it's government overstepping a little bit. They're also equipped with the camera that has a real-time photo of the traveler, so you get this ID and it can kind of capture photos of you as you're moving. It's weird, but it's supposed to help things move along if you go to the airport. So yeah, I don't know about that, man. All of these ways to track you, it seems like they just get more. I'm not a conspiracy theory guy, but I also don't want people tracking me. I'm good on that. Let's keep things moving. We got more music tonight. Got a couple joints from the homie Lost Legacy. Lost Legacy is dope. Let me say that again for y'all, man. Lost Legacy is dope. Big shouts to the homie Carmel Classic in the building. He dropped off a monster joint last week. That joint was hard. My man Lost like that. He was bumping that on the way to work or something. And his stories. Big shouts to KK. How you doing, my G? About to get into this next one. I was talking about the homie Lost Legacy. Lost is hard, man. Lost is a rapper. He's got melodic flows. He I didn't mean to put my he kind of does it all, man. I got a lot of respect for this cat, and I'm excited that he's got new music dropping off. He made me laugh. I guess he was trying to put the song out there, and then he got played. Sometimes DistroKid doesn't move with the expediency that everybody would like, and so he didn't have his stuff come out when he thought it was going to come out. But he's out now. He's got 2 tracks tonight. Big shouts to the homie. I call him Double L. You can call him Lost Legacy. This is Far. Let's check it out.
I ran up the money, niggas tried taking it from me. I had to go hard. The shit that we come from don't really mean nothing. We got it off probable cause.
We got it off probable cause.
They think that we make it far. Hated we made it. We grinding for major cause. I ran up the money, niggas tried taking it from me. I had to go hard. The shit that we come from don't really mean nothing. We got it off probable cause.
We got it off probable cause.
For profit, be the time I start man, I'm trying to get paid. Yeah, but niggas trap, that's a bigger problem. I gotta get on my bros at the grave. Yeah, cousin trapping, he was thinking he could go hustle and stay out the way. Yeah, Never lacking with that action. I was rapping, making minimum wage.
Well, I really respect right now. My man Double L is coming heavy and he's coming light. He's got a light touch, kind of like the last song we heard. A nice light touch on the vocal. I really appreciate that. But then he's got kind of this sinister vibe, talking about making it off probable cause. Just the way he's rapping is kind of coming. You know, it's one of them dudes that can float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You know, it's got a nice touch, but the jab is doing its work. You know what I'm saying?
Don't really mean nothing. We got it off probable cause. Yeah. Rapping off free for profit beats to tell my story, man. I'm trying to get paid. Yeah. But niggas trap, that's a bigger problem.
He said, I don't know if y'all heard that. He said, rapping off free for profit beats. Rapping off free for profit beats. We all know about that, don't we?
Niggas try taking it from me. I had to go hard. The shit that we come from don't really mean nothing. We got it off probable cause. Yeah. Rapping off free for profit beats to tell my story, man. I'm trying to get paid. Yeah. But niggas trap, that's a bigger problem. I gotta get on my bros at the grave. Yeah. Cause trapping, he was thinking he could go hustle and stay out the way. Yeah. Never lacking with that action. I was rapping, making minimum wage. Yeah. I'm just trying to get the package, make it happen. I was feeling the pain.
He's spitting though.
Good, but seeing bad like this, what happen when you trying to be brave? Yeah. Bitches trying to see me rap with ice and fabric, getting all in the way. Yeah. They only latching cause they see a nigga shining. Yeah. They think that we make it far. They hate it, we made it. We grinding for major cause. I ran up the money, niggas tried taking it from me. I had to go hard. The shit that we come from don't really mean nothing. We got it off probable cause.
I like this joint.
Yeah. They think that we made
What y'all think about the mix on this joint right here?
We grinding for major cause. I ran up the money, niggas tried taking it from me. I had to go hard. The shit that we come from don't really mean nothing. We got it off probable cause.
You know, he's got a real electro sound. He's got this electronic, this metallic kind of sound on the vocal there. But I really enjoyed it personally. I think it's hard. I think that's a hard song, man. Love the flips in the verses, the rapid fire. You were saying a lot. I actually had to rewind a couple times just to make sure I heard you correctly. Whenever I go back and I rewind and it's because I heard something I like, that's a good thing. You know, sometimes you rewind just to go, man, this is really trash. I gotta listen to the trash again. But this was something where I'm like, oh, this is hard. This is hard right here. Big shouts to my mans in them. Lost Legacy, Double L, our brother, and yours too. Yeah, man, I thought that was fantastic. I'm gonna drop that joint off with a 92. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think of the mix? Holla at me on that. I gotta get. I like what I have. I got a new setup. I'm going wireless. I got the earbuds connected, but it's not giving me the kind of sound I want. I might have to go get some beats or something. You know, to keep those just right here because I got these joints off the Amazon. They're good. Don't get me wrong. They're solid. But I don't know that they're giving me the quality I need to identify mixes. But I like that song, man. I'm going to go 91 on that joint. Far from the homie Lost Legacy. Like I said, it was bouncy. He had a nice little velvet kind of sound, but he was kind of giving you some combinations with the flow, with the bars. You know what I mean? Lots of energy there. Some slick talking. I like that probable cause line is probably my favorite. Want to give a big shout to my man Lost Legacy. Big shouts to the homie Ruciano about to get into his new EP. The Becoming is the name of that joint. Excited to spin that for y'all, man. He got to us by way of the homie FF from 6'5", our New York brother. They both Brooklyn born right here. So I've heard Ruciano. Dude is definitely a rapper's rapper. He's got bars now. He's got bars now. Don't sleep on the homie Ruciano. We're about to get into this joint right here. Let's check it out right now. Also, Measles is on the way. We're talking about that in a minute. Measles is on the way. So, yeah, something to look forward to. Let's check this out. Ruciano. First joint off for The Becoming. Big shouts to the homie. Let's check this out. Look What You Made Me Do is the name of this joint.
This is a J. I'm a rapping mastermind, I'm a savage smashing dimes. In my class I'm dapper dining, on these tracks I'm Kakarot. I live a stoner lifestyle and get
said I'm Kakarot.
Couldn't see me even if you got your glasses magnified. Pass your sight, not your average type. When I grab a mic, you see I sacrifice half my life just to rap this nice. All for half a pint, all the tracks I write. I can
a lot of Lloyd Banks on this.
The coolest flavors like Italian ice is tragic, right? These niggas capping like some graduation gowns. Wavy.
Rapid fire flows. Sounds a lot like, I hear a lot of Lloyd Banks, man. That's not a bad thing by any stretch of the imagination. That is not a bad thing. Big shouts to the homie Ruciano. Let's keep this going. This is Look What You Made Me Do.
Nigga making figures, yeah, my splash and make 'em drip. Shots of privilege and as eyes I let 'em activating them. Doing numbers through the summer, you still calculating now.
I can fire bars at will, about to run up a mill. Now look what you made me do.
Not bad, man.
It's about to get real.
Not bad.
You made me do.
Uh-huh.
Fire buzz at will, about to run up a mill. Look what you made me do. You better grab your shit. It's about to get real. Look what you made me do.
Designer shades on top of my face got me feeling like Johnny Cage and Pop.
Okay. Okay. Designer shades on top of my face got me feeling like Johnny Cage. I mean, it's some bars here. This is not. Now I gotta be honest, because honesty is what I do, man. I think, you know, finding an audience for this is definitely gonna be. There's a good audience for it. It's an older audience. It's my age like this. I'm 36. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is definitely for the old heads. But the sound is fantastic. The bars are great. I like the hook. So far, so good.
Not the same, I'm hot all around, just like a microwave. I'm out your range and I'll be hibernating out of space. Yes, I'm high for days, off the cognac and the loud pack. I've been getting chicken, my shit clicking like a mouse pad. I lounge back, I'm a trillionaire, I'm all about cash. Claiming shit you niggas claiming, king to get your crown snatched. Your style's trash and it's a fact, my shit's too flawless. I'm the smooth talking, New Yorker, don't do yours. And see I move forward, moonwalking.
I hear some fabulous influence. I'm getting the best lyricism of Banks with the smoothness and some fabulous bars in there.
Pulling up with true balls and shoes forming, got your boo calling really.
Yeah.
Fire buzz at will, about to run up a mill. Now
Look what you made me do. I like that.
grab your shit.
Uh-huh.
To get real. Now
Look what you made me do. That's hard, man.
buzz at will, about to run.
That's hard, man.
Look what you made me do. You better grab your shit. It's about to get real.
Look what you made me do. I like it, man. I'm a fan. Ruciano. Double L in the building. FF in the building. I got you new one, KK. We got you on point. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. Forget about it. Yeah, we got you, KK. Don't even trip. Yeah, man. So far, so good. The beat was nice. The hook was nice. The bars were now. So my only real criticism, I thought that's a great first song. I really did. I thought that's a great way to set the table. Rapid fire flows, punching you hard, aggressive, leaning you against the wall. Yeah, definitely. It's an old man's vibe for sure. It's 30 plus vibes for sure. Like I said, it's got a Lloyd Banks feel with some fabulous to it. You know, not nice body blow. That was a bunch of body blows. I'm in my boxing bag tonight. Lots of body blows on that joint, man. It felt like you was getting hit and you was trying to catch your breath. I will say for the how I want to say this. I want to say this and be fair. For the less attentive younger generations, that song is gonna be it's gonna be too heavy. You know what that is? I gotta get my fat boy metaphors in here. That's like eating a triple cheeseburger. It's a lot to take in. You know what I'm saying? Pause. So I think there's that, but I think Ruciano's the type of cat that he raps for the cats that he raps for. You know, this isn't a dude, and when I've heard of him, he doesn't sound like a dude that's chasing fans, which I think is smart. You shouldn't be chasing fans. Make what you make, and those who rock with it will pull up on you and tell you it's hot. Like, it's just, you got to know your lane, and if you know your lane, stick to your lane. So I respect it. Big shouts to Ruciano in the bill, Aquaman himself. Drop them scores. I like that joint, man. I'm gonna go ahead and go 92 on that. That's a good song, man. I can't, like I said, if I had to ding it for anything, it would be, you know, that's a very specific audience for the song. And I will say, because of the aggressiveness of the bars, you miss a little bit because you're rapping. It's rapid fire. It's rapid fire, smart, hard bars. You know what I'm saying? If you're not keeping up, you're not keeping up. So I like that. Look what you made me do. The first one off the Becoming. Big shouts to the homie Ruciano in the building as we speak. Yeah, the measles is coming, fam. The measles. Get your measles shots. So real quick, I don't want to get too long with it. I've been really trying my damnedest to not just go on these whole 20-minute rants, because I have a small but mighty group of people who actually rock with me. But we gotta go back to getting vaccines, man. We gotta go back to getting vaccines. I'm sorry. I know it's uncomfortable in the current climate. I get it. But the World Health Organization and the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, are saying that because of COVID-19 and the paradox of the pandemic, folks that didn't want to get vaccinated, vaccines are on an all-time low, and deadly diseases such as the measles are about to make a big comeback. And the measles is a very, very bad disease that leaves you sore, sick. I mean, it's like the flu times 4. It's bad, man. So I'm gonna need y'all Get your kids vaccinated. Stop playing these games. I know it's weird. I know it's government oversight. I get all of that. Go ahead and do it, though, because I don't know what we about to be up against. Let's keep things rolling tonight. We got more Ruciano on the way. Big shouts to the homie. Brooklyn Boys is in the building tonight. Let's get to this next one. This is the homie Ace 500. He sent this to me and just said, please, for your show. I mean, who am I to say no? You know what I'm talking about? Let's get into this next one. Big shouts. Like I said, feature artist tonight. Let me go ahead and pin his, let's go back real brief. Let me pin his album up here so y'all can come and download it as you want. Help the man out, give him some spins. Big shouts to Ruciano, Aquaman. And let's get into this next one. Like I said, this is a homie by the name of Ace 500. And the name of this Jordan's Volcano. Sound like Christmas music. 'Twas the night before Christmas. Happy Saturday, gang. Man, this is taking a minute to start.
We geeked up, favor. You can watch me or you can watch cable.
Okay.
Shit stop here, we sell Drano. Hot shit steady coming volcano. We geeked up, favor. You can watch me or you can watch cable. Don't shit stop here, we sell Drano. Hot shit
selling Drano.
Volcano.
So I don't actually think the hook is that bad. It's kind of catchy. It's not talking about nothing. But we sell Drano. We sell I was about to turn the joint off. I ain't gonna lie, it was taking too long. We sell Drano. What does that mean? You selling meth? What is? You don't want to sell Drano? People don't survive that.
Too legit to quit. MC Hammer. Try to say the hood like David Banner. Get a Hawkeye. All I see is green. Adonis Haslam. I'm still with the team. Send a hit over like Red Rover.
This is definitely difficult to take seriously, right? You know what I mean? But it's fun. And if I'm out, so everything, it's a vibe for a certain mood. If you're in a parking lot chilling, you know, maybe indulging yourself in different types of paraphernalia, this is kind of a vibe.
Many cars bluffing. I don't play poker. Wrote a country song. Need a Nelly bag. Talking hot shit. Need a Nelly tag. Like
that wasn't great.
Team full of goats. Every time I speak, team like Greg Pop. Full of ghosts. Every time I speak, team full of hope. We geeked up, favor. You can watch me or you can watch cable. Don't shit stop here, we sell Drano. Hot shit.
And see, with a song like this, you almost need to pair something like this, in my opinion, with a guy who raps like Ruciano. You know, you get your young vibe and you get the old head to come in and just drop this, you know, ridiculously bar-laden verse to just, because it definitely has a cool vibe to it. You know what I mean? I do like the laziness of it. You know, it does have kind of almost a drugged out, leaned out feel. Maybe that's the point.
Steady coming volcano. We geeked up, favor. You can watch me or you can watch cable. Don't shit stop here, we sell Drano. Hot shit steady coming volcano. I'm a pop star, I just ain't pop yet. Got a hot song, I just ain't dropped yet. I produce.
He definitely needed a feature verse on this.
Joints for everybody, like a whole face. Let's be honest, I got cussed, that's a Caesar. He was an atheist and now he a believer. Rap James Bond, like AC. I'm an all-star, like KD. I put hours in this bitch.
Now it's getting boring. You know, you can't. That kind of what I read it. That kind of slow-mo flow. It only lasts so long. You know, the last 8 bars have been hard to get through. It's like walking through mud in some new shoes. It's like every step you take is just kind of.
Produce hits, used to just blaze. Joints for everybody, like a whole phase. Let's be honest, Plus I got cuts, that's a Caesar.
Like if this is a freestyle, this would be ridiculous.
Yeah, believe
You know what I mean? But if you wrote this,
James Bond, like AZ, I'm an all-star.
James Bond like AC.
Put hours in this bitch, I print my money long. I really gamble with this shit, I'm still paying loans. Rap James Bond, like AZ, I'm an all-star. Like KD, we geeked up.
So we're gonna move on from that. That was Ace 500. That was Volcano. I definitely think there was a certain level of swag to it. Clog drains are common. I don't know. Is that a drug reference? Or you? Because my drains do get clogged a lot. So I don't know if we're talking literal or we're talking drug references right now. But it had a certain swagger to it that I appreciated. It had the youthful swag. It definitely needed a verse from somebody else to round out the end of it. And somebody that really has like a strong, definitive voice, very identifiable. But the swag was right. You know, I can't, again, man, I've said it since the start of the show. I got a new setup going on tonight. You know what I mean? We got to innovate and upgrade around these parts. And I don't know if I'm hearing the mix as well. So tell me what y'all thought of the mix. Overall, it wasn't bad, though. I actually liked it more than I didn't. I'm going to go ahead and get that joint at 85. 85, 86, 87 range right there. You really just need a better compliment for the back half of the song. You know, rusty pipes. I got to get my pipes clean. Pause. All right, let's keep things moving, man. We got more Ruciano on the way. The Becoming. First track was dope. We went 92 on that one. I don't know if y'all saw the whole thing about Ticketmaster. So Ticketmaster is wild. Taylor Swift is touring, man, and this is music related, so I'm gonna speak on it real quick. Taylor Swift is touring, and 14 million people went to the website the day the tickets came out to buy them. Big shout out to Taylor Swift. She's about to make bank on this tour. But tickets were only sent out to 1.5 million, but most of those people were charged. Most of the 14 million were charged. Now the Congress is stepping in to look at the lack of oversight and the lack of competition in the industry. So Ticketmaster is the biggest ticketing venue out there. You know, you've got things that are popping up along the way right now, SeatGeeks and some of the resale market. But the genuine ticket market, is Ticketmaster. There's not a lot of competition out there. I think, maybe Live Nation, but I don't even know if they sell tickets directly. So, yeah, it's going down. It's crazy. 82 wasn't loving it. What didn't you like? Speak on it, FF. We love constructive criticism for the folk out here. Let's collaborate. Are you talking about the artist? I don't think he's here, but his Insta is still on the screen. Ace500 _ on the Instagramages. You can holler at your man. Let's get back into this Ruciano joint tonight. Big shouts to homie Ruciano, the homie FF from 6'5". Brooklyn's in the house. Accordingly, Ruciano, The Becoming.
This is a J. Clyde production.
Sound like some Shaolin type.
Hey yo, I'm fresh, yeah, you see me dripping. I'm very egotistic. My pieces hit, I'm well seasoned, recipe is different. Trees is lit like Christmas Eve, you smell the weed, I'm spliffing. My jeans is fitted, fill the rips, the belt is BB Simmons. My drip smash the globe and my kick smash the coat. I sit back and smoke a bunch of big bags of dope. Zigzags a toe when I drink mad Patron. I spit crack, do witchcraft and contract the flows. I live fast, it's facts, you niggas student drivers. I get deep with this wavy shit like a scuba diver. Touch a cake always up to date and that new designer way beyond nice. My bars tight like I'm using pliers. Said I be moving so accordingly. Stick to the script, you can't afford the fee. I'm rolling the dope while I'm pouring lean, but I'm by my bag most importantly. Said I be
Definite fabulous vibes, man. And I know you from Brooklyn. I know Fab is a Brooklyn native. I hear Fab all over that hook, and I love it, to be honest with you. The flow's a little slow for me on this, and I think a lot has to do with the beat. I think this sounds like an FF beat. Is this you, FF? Sounds like an FF beat. But it's not my favorite beat. It's very Shaolinish. What y'all think?
big crack, do witchcraft and contract the flows. I live fast, it's facts, you niggas student drivers. I get deep with this wavy shit like a scuba diver. Touch a cake always up to
Get deep with the wavy ish like a scuba diver.
bars tight like I'm using pliers. Said I be moving so accordingly. Stick to the script, you can't afford the fee. I'm rolling the dope while I'm pouring lean, but I'm by my bag most importantly. Said I be moving so accordingly. Stick to the script, you can't afford the fee. I'm rolling the dope while I pour the lean. But I'm by my bag, most importantly. Morpheus, know I'm the one that get flyer than Neo. One of a kind, not even a clone of mine to be equal. My dope been on point and I'm here supplying them needles. Casamigo champagne, so rockin' got me some tea. I drink liquor like it's H2O. I stay twisted every day, I'm stoned. I paint pictures with these crazy flows. I chase chicken, never chase a hoe. I stay drippin' in my latest clothes. Fake kicks and the chain is froze. I'm Haitian and I'm making known. From Great Britain all the way to Rome. I stay winning, check the ratio. Every day lit and my grade is on the A-list and I'm labeled cold. Said I'll be moving so accordingly. Stick to the script, you can't afford the fee. I'm rolling the dope while I pour the lean. But I'm by my bag most importantly. Said I'll be moving so accordingly. Stick to the script, you can't afford the fee. I'm rolling the dope while I pour the lean. But I'm by my bag most importantly.
Real chill vibes right there. Like I said big Fabo vibes on that. I'm enjoying it though. You know what I'm talking about? Really in the cut. The pace is it's definitely a smoker song. I can see why you would say that, FF. I can see why you would partake in those particular activities while listening to that joint, because it's definitely a weed smoker song. It's definitely got vibes, to kind of make you, feel chill, feel relaxed, and it has a boss feel to it. One thing I noticed about Ruciano's raps off top is that they have a boss feel to him. He's a dude that I can tell has conquered what he does. Like his every song I hear, there's confidence, there's bravado. There's a lot of things to expect when you hear his voice. I think that's important as a rapper that's really found his sound, and you could tell through the work that Ruciano's done. He's got like 5 tapes, 6 tapes or something. He's been doing the work. It's very evident in his songs. One thing I will say on that track is he commanded where he wanted to go with it. I can't really find a lot of issues with it personally. I did think, from my liking, from my personal taste, it was a little slow to move, which is why, the BPM, it felt like it was in the smoker's region. You know what I mean? It's something kind of chill. And for me, I'm more of a up-tempo cat. Everybody who rocks with me knows that. So all in all, good song. I'm gonna go 87 on that one. Definitely in the cut. I thought the verses could have just been a little bit more explosive. You know what I mean? I thought you were definitely talking the boss talk. I just think it could have been, it needed a little something for me. I don't know, a little more seasoning. Big shouts to Ruciano. We'll be getting through the rest of the Becoming the Night. So far, so good. 92 on the first joint. I'm going 87 on the second. PS, bro, PlayStation is about to team up. Who was it? With Tesla? No, who are they teaming up with? Honda. Sony is teaming up with Honda to put PlayStation 5s inside autonomous vehicles. Listen to me. They're trying to get you to play video games while the car drives. I'm not okay with any of this, man. And I know it's some 17-year-olds right now that'll get into them cars and be playing PS5 as their their Honda Uber takes them into a tree. I promise you, man. I don't know. I'm not with it. Maybe it's the old head in me, but PlayStations can stay at my home where they belong. Now, if I was on the passenger side and there was a human driving, or at least watching the system while I played, that's different. But I ain't trusting my life to an autonomous vehicle with a PlayStation in it. I mean, what if the codes get crossed or the whole system goes down? Now you just, you're mad about the game cutting off, but little do you know your whole car is off. I don't know, man. I'm not interested. I'm just one of them guys that maybe I'm just not prepared for the world that's coming, but no, thank you. Get into this next one, baby. Ruciano, The Becoming. First listen tonight, man. Big shouts to the homie. Brooklyn in the building. Let's go. Night Rider.
I'm a night rider.
Ooh.
This is a
Nate Dogg vibes.
I'm a night rider. I'm a night rider.
I'm the sickest with this fly shit. I need a medevac. I got bitches up on my dick cause I got hella swag. You could miss me with the nonsense if it ain't collecting cash. I be twisting up the chronic while I'm sipping Henny Black. I tell them facts, ain't no need to lie. Yeah, I keep it fly. I be steaming Zai till I reach the sky like an eagle's eye. I'm well rounded like a piece of pie. Known to keep it live. Don't need a OnlyFans to be on demon time, so be advised. I be kicking shit just like the Ninja Turtles. Out this world like the Silver Surfer. Got these niggas nervous in my Birkin with a purpose. Clean as dish detergent.
My man's got bars. He was talking about the Ninja Turtles and talking about Silver Surfer. You're talking to a nerd, man. I love that. I love that talk. This song already doesn't do it for me though. I got to tell you, it's just the flow is cool, and you really have a cool style that you came up. Everything is ending on that high note, and you're really dotting those I's on that, man. That sounds good, but like,
Couldn't stop my shine, purchasing the biggest curtains.
Let me put one in the air, but when the money comes, I disappear.
that I like a lot. I like that.
Catch a vibe, I'ma pull up.
Yeah, that hook though.
I'm a night rider, 150 on the dash, full speed, change to the next bed. I'm a night rider. This year you gon' see me shine every 24.
I love that hook.
I do a larger Luna Park up in my superstar bases, mixing Zaza with the grabber, got the book and all flavors. Weed road, lean pole, you never catch me sober. Brooklyn bound and how I put it down, it's like a steamroller. Yeah, I'm stepping, I be flexing, heavy as an elephant. How and is impressive, fresher than a peppermint. I'm kicking with this mink on, bing bong. Charge, live bras off a thick.
Okay.
Bling on, drip hard, then I spin large. Break stars, spin bars, leave them pissed off. I fly his claw.
Ooh, this verse. Ugh.
Rapping large breasts, beyond fresh, getting shipments sent from far fetch.
Let me put one in
Wow.
the air, but when the money comes, I disappear.
Okay. Yeah, I like this. This hook has a 50 Cent feel to me. This hook has a 50 Cent feel, and you really caught your tempo. I think the first verse was almost like preparation for the second verse. Because the first verse, you were like, you had the same cadence. It just wasn't as powerful, wasn't as strong, but you really started to deliver it with a little bit more strength and confidence the second time around. Or maybe it's just how you did the vocals on it. I don't know, but it sounds good.
Shorty trying to catch a vibe, I'ma pull up and spread a couple dimes. I'm a night rider, 150 on the dash, full speed, change to the next bed. I'm a night rider. This year you gon' see me shine every 24. I'ma get mine. I'm a night rider.
That hook is cold. That hook is cold. I thought the first verse could have been better. I also think I would have just loved to hear you with a feature. I'm one of these dudes that like features. I didn't used to like features as much. I used to be mad listening to the Games albums because I'd be like, yo, why you got 900 features on these things? But I've come to appreciate them, and I think this one could have used a nice feature. I kind of wish you would have let another rapper open up the song, and then you delivered that second verse, because that second verse was spicy. That joint was nice. I just think you need a little bit of a change of pace. Love the hook though. The hook was very 50 Cent-esque, very Nate Dogg-esque to me. I really appreciated that. I like that one, man. I'm gonna go ahead and go 90 on that. I didn't love the first verse. It took me a little bit to get into it, but I will say once I got into it, I was into it. You know what I mean? Once you hooked me, you got me. And I wouldn't skip that joint. And if it came on while I was working out, I could get through the first verse to get to the second one. Absolutely. That was good, man. So far, so good. The Becoming Ruciano, the new EP just dropped. He's got 6 songs on it. We're halfway through that joint. That was Night Rider. The first one, Look What You Made Me Do, was excellent. Gave that joint, I believe, a 92. Accordingly, got an 87, and Night Rider's at a 90. So far, so good. Got an A average on the joint right now. Big shouts to Ruciano. I want to show y'all this photo real quick, man. So Balenciaga, and I don't understand something is like why everybody wears Balenciaga. I see Balenciaga on all these stars, and I guess it's something I miss. I'm not a high fashion dude. I'm more lowbrow. So I don't get it. But I want to show this to y'all real quick because Balenciaga sold this teddy bear. And what you'll notice is it looks a little dominatrixy. And so they got into a lot of trouble. People are highly angry. And for some reason, this lady is calling for Kim Kardashian to speak up. And I guess because she is a big endorser of Balenciaga, she may even be on their payroll. But yeah, this is stupid. When you talk about the Bratz dolls, I mean, this doesn't surprise me. Those Bratz dolls are little thoughts. They're just showing kids how to dress up like thoughts. I think this is no different, and I think it's disgusting. I mean, it's and it's illegal. This is highly illegal. So, yeah, man, Balenciaga's in trouble. They're a huge fashion brand. They won't actually probably have to pay anything for it. They'll probably pay a fine and move on. But the sexualization of children is it's just gross, man. It's just gross. Yeah, exactly, BTOD. Yeah, but see, Balenciaga is a multi-billion-dollar company. They gonna pay a large sum of money, and it's gonna go away, and that's And that's what happens in this world. I just I don't know, man. Protect your own, watch your own, spend time with your own, talk to your kids. Do your best not to allow them to be on the internet as much as you can, because the internet is it's a place, man. We'll keep things moving. I don't want to become a downer. feel like I have been a downer. We get into this next one. This is another one sent to us by way of FF from the 6. Felix from 6'5" sent us another joint. New joint from his homie Stacks. Stacks and Ruciano actually have a tape. I believe the name of it is Deal with the Drip. Solid tape. I think we actually did a first listen for that one as well. So big shots to Ruciano, Stacks, my man FF. Oh yeah, look at that. Deal with the Drip. It's right there in front. This joint is called Chicken. Let's check it out.
Pesos, dineros, moolah, that chicken, that queso, them euros I get though. From old bills to crypto, new diamonds, the best gold, cause I'm in the best smoke. I'm grinding to get money, cash, pesos, dineros, moolah, that chicken, that queso, them euros I get though. From old bills to crypto, new diamonds, the best gold, cause I'm in the best smoke. I'm grinding to get money, since back in the day. I was doing shit since back in the day, man. I wish shit was like back in the day. Yeah, I remember her from back in the day. He was known to get the party jumping off, got the bottles popping, shit's popping off. They just pocket watch it, nigga knock it off. I'm on the shopping spree at the Taj Mahal, don't live by the law. Smoking that fire, some molly.
The energy is right.
Come back to the block, see and buy it all. They want to try it all. Now my weed lit, you want to throw it back on some G shit. Eyes rolling back when the knees hit. You want to run it back, just a remake. I want money, cash, pesos, dineros, moolah.
Yeah, I like the feel of this one.
Euros I get though, from old bills to crypto.
I like the energy is right. The raps are real swaggy, aggressive. Very, very, very New York, man. It's the East Coast night tonight. Very heavy on the. You just hear the bodega talk. You know what I mean? It feels like. I mean, what I'm assuming, I ain't been in the bodegas, but it feels like seeing a homie at the bodega. That's what this feels like. What is it? The eggs, bacon, and cheese joint?
Money, paper bag, money, gotta hustle, never had money, now I have money. Gotta double every dollar spent, smoking on this guava, man. I'm chilling with you bad bitches, those the real island twins. See the numbers going up like some dude college wins. Now the money pile up, designer, what she modeling. She loves to make the money dance, got hundreds in a rubber band. One hand wash the other hand, not every hustler understand. I want money, cash, pesos, dineros, moolah, that chicken, that cat.
This could have actually been one verse to me. That second verse is completely unnecessary. I honestly think, and I might be wrong about this, I honestly think the music industry at some point is going to end up on 1 minute songs. I truly believe that because of the pace of everything just continues to quicken. And for me, 90 seconds into that song, I was fine. I thought the first verse was great. I thought the energy on the hooks was fine. And I think, you know, myself personally, I got a lot of songs that I may be just cutting out. Sometimes you got to just grab a verse if it ain't hitting, man. I don't know. I sometimes when I write music, I can be very heavy on the first verse and the second verse can be kind of like, man. And so sometimes you just got to cut that second verse. I got a joint right now that I think I'm going to cut the second verse because, like, for what? But that was solid. The energy was there. It had a college energy to me. It felt very young and flamboyant to me. It felt very. I just showed up at the party and I'm about to drink all the liquor. You know what I mean? And it was that kind of a feel to it. I enjoyed it a lot. Big shouts to Stacks on that joint. That was chicken. I think for me it's about 86, 87, maybe 88. You know, I'll leave on the 88 because I couldn't define a lot wrong with it. But I just know toward the back half of it, I was over it. You know what I mean? And I think the energy waned into the second verse, too. I think he did so much screaming on the first verse. He was kind of tired on the back half of that. Drop your scores right there for the homie Stacks. That was chicken. If you like me and you got student loans you've been trying to pay off, you know, it's crazy. They sent me a thing. So, of course, I jumped on the student loan forgiveness joint. I don't have a ton left to pay, but if I don't have to pay it, I'm not going to pay it. So they hit me and said they'll clear my debt, right? But like then the courts struck it down. So now they're extending it out to June 23rd. So if you're like myself and you owe money for things you did a long time ago, feel free to take part in the forbearance. And I said the problem with the forbearances is like I think it stops the interest during that time. I gotta double check that. But like that's a problem if you don't. You know what I mean? You can end up a lot broker than you originally were. Let's get to this next one off of the Becoming. Big shouts Ruciano, my man FF in the building, sent this our way and told us we should spin it. And so because FF is a valued member of our community, we're gonna go ahead and do that for him. Let's get into this next one. The Becoming, the Drip King himself, Aquaman, Ruciano, how it is.
I got hoes across the state, and I smoke the strongest strains. Flow is off the chain. Water main. Polo wanna bait. I got my mojo, I be solo out in Soho, shining with my rose on a chain. Yeah, I spin cake, switch dates, and get paid often on the big stage. Bring pink. Jordan, I get laid, spit flames, my kick straight forward. Drip game insane, need a fish tank for it. Been on my splash, I'ma keep on swagging. To you peons, I'm a phenom with this b-boy status.
Let's go.
Like Stephen Curry's 3-point average, easy 350 unlaced with that neon fabric. Yeah, I'm fly all the time, this is how it is. Smoking gas back to back, this is how it is.
Yeah.
This a fact, I ain't capping, this is how it is. This is how it is, what? This is
Boom bap.
Yeah, I ball till I fall, this is how it is. My swag is on, I'm macking broads, this is how it is. Getting lit, spinning chips, this is how it is. This is how it is, what? This is how it is. My catalog travel farther than Saturn and Mars. I be splashing sauce, carrying charms, that's up the par. I don't have a wand, but it's facts, I'm making magic with bars. Smashing broads like basketballs, and I'm passing the squad. My gas the bomb, a packet that strong, smelling like sweaty feet. My bag is long, them tats on my arm, fall for my Hennessy. I captured all of the Dragon Balls.
So I think for me, one thing I would like to see you do a little bit more, Ruciano, is change up the pace. You know, I'm big on pace in songs. You came on so strong and heavy with this one. You're a boxer. Like, in my opinion, if you were a boxer, you'd be a dude that swung hard immediately. Like, you wouldn't come in with no kind of like thoughts about, let me wear this dude down. You like, I'm coming for his head off the top. And I think as you lead into those songs, as you go from the beginning of the song to the end of it, it's a lot to carry, man. It's like coming out putting up 30 shots in the first half. Like the second half, you're probably going to shoot a little less. And I think you maintain the energy pretty well, but it's just as a listener, I think you kind of go, all right, I need something different.
This is how it is. This is how it is. What? This is how it is. My catalog travel farther than Saturn and Mars. I be splashing sauce, carrying charms, that's up the par. I don't have a wand, but it's facts, I'm making magic with bars. Smashing broads like basketballs, and I'm passing the squad. My gas the bomb, a packet that strong, smelling like sweaty feet. My bag is long, them tats on my arm, fall for my Hennessy. I captured all of the Dragon Balls without a sense of being you niggas.
Without a sensu being.
In the mezzanine, all throughout the 7 seas, my energy's incredible. I be lit like a scientist, mixing the chemicals. I'm a dawn word is born, I'm doing shit you could never do above them boys, cause my numbers on point like a decimal. Yeah, I'm fly all the time, this is how it is. Smoking gas back to back, this is how it is. This a fact, I ain't capping, this is how it is.
One thing I say for this tape is all the hooks have been good. Like, Ruciano, you make some really good hooks.
My swag is on, I'm macking bras, this is how it is. Getting lit, spinning chips, this is how it is. This is how it is, what? This is how it is.
Yeah, Ruciano, you definitely make a damn good hook, bro. And I think the hooks are the foundation for the music. If you can't make a solid hook, you're never gonna sell. So you definitely make, like, that Knight Rider hook is stupid. It's just a stupid hook. It's that good. This hook is also very good. It's got that house party swagger to it. It's got the cypher swag to it. It's got a bunch of dudes standing in a circle rapping kind of swag to it. It's just how it is. Why are you so dope? It's just how it is. I like the concept of it. For me, again, the second verses, man. I don't know. You come out real heavy in the first verses, and then the second verse, I'm always like, or it's vice versa. Like in, I think it was a Knight Rider. I really like the second verse, the first verse. So, like I said, I think because of the aggressiveness in which you rap and the energy that you bring so early on in the track, sometimes you wear yourself out. You know what I mean? To me, it's the super verboseness of the bars. You spit so much. It's so condensed in a small space. I think that sometimes it leaves you vulnerable in a verse or two. And maybe some of that is add a little melody to it. I think accordingly, I felt a little bit of melody. The Knight Rider hook has, so you can do the melodic thing. I think maybe do that a little bit in the verses. Just if you're not gonna get a feature, at least change up the tonality of the verses. You know, have a different sound, a different structure. A lot of the some of it felt like it's structured the same throughout the whole song, which is an old school hip hop thing to do. You know, that's a throwback kind of way to cook. B-Rex, what up though? Double L liked it. Drop your scores. I said a lot of things. A lot of words came out of my mouth. Drop your scores right there. That's how it is. Ruciano. B-Rex, when are things happening? When is the time to depart for newer seas? You got to hit me up. Let me know, man. Big shout out to my man RJB. B-Rex. Life things are happening. Life things. Good life things. Also, Sweetie got in trouble. Sweetie. Y'all know about Sweetie? I don't like Sweetie's music. I think it's garbage. I'm not going to lie to you. As soon as she had that... That's my type. That's just my type. Big something. That's my type. That's my. I was like, nah, I'm done. I don't need any more of this. Well, apparently she just tweeted the other day. Is misogynistic behavior normal for hip hop culture now? Is misogynistic behavior normal for hip hop culture now? She's getting roasted on the internet. Somebody said misogyny is a building block of hip hop, which actually kind of made me sad. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, oh, that's depressing. Like, we don't value our women in hip hop is what you're saying. But she seems to be confused. Mind you, this woman sampled a Too Short song. So yeah, man, you gotta be careful. I'm glad I'm not of any real note as far as the world goes. Obviously my community rocks with me, holds me down. But I'm glad I'm not international, because some of the stuff I say would get me in so that people probably think I'm nuts. So I try not to judge, but if you don't understand that misogyny is a big part of hip hop, I don't know what to tell you. Let's get into this next one, man. Double L, my man Lost Legacy in the building, back with another joint. We had Far earlier, which I thought was a dope track. That got scored somewhere in the 90s. Now we got Target. Let's check it out. Also, I'll have you notice the stream hasn't lagged once, baby. Not once, baby. Happy Saturday, gang.
Why they tryna tell me that I'm heartless? I put my niggas on, that's how you gotta do it, yeah. That real shit in me, swear to God, I speak it fluent. Don't try to...
I don't think those drums are mixed correctly. Cause like, I know these headphones aren't great, but that doesn't sound good.
Why they tryna tell me that?
Yeah, that was weird.
I put my niggas on, that's how you gotta do it, yeah. That real shit in me, swear to God, I speak it fluent.
Am I tripping, or is like the drums going up and down?
Now with that face shit, I peep the way that y'all be moving, yeah. Niggas say they gon' kill me, but them niggas still ain't do it yet. I know I got a target on my back. Niggas don't wanna see me win, so best believe that I ain't like, yeah. I've been rapping real shit from the start. You niggas can't break a nigga that got heart. You moving shaky, been like that since I got on it. Niggas hating on the drip, I'm on top of it. They wasn't really a thing till I got on it. Boss up, had to give me a check. Raw shit, really think I'm the best with the competition. I be snapping their necks. You already into me. I got about 1,500 in the industry. Niggas be trying to act like they are kidding me. Really, they kissing me. I cannot love and hoe you when I get a kiss.
I don't know what's going on. What's up, Nate? Also, I got that verse. I'm gonna try to record it tonight. It's a good verse too. I'm excited. It feels like somebody is going up and down with the volume knob. Like, I'm not doing that, so I don't know what's going on with that, but it's super distracting. I don't know if it was recorded like that or what's going on, but I don't like that. The flow is on point here, but the mix doesn't sound right. Even with these headphones that aren't popping the way they should be, the mix don't sound great.
Was starving, I had to go hustle and see what my heart is. They won't even show me love.
He be riding the beat though.
You at my heart, tell me why you won't break it. Niggas that told me that I wouldn't make it. Yeah. Now look at my placement. They hate the fact that I came out the basement. Yeah. Niggas was hating. Legacy coming with greatness. One thing about me, nigga, I do not fold under pressure. They hate that I'm next up. These niggas that thought they lost us, they ain't left us. And niggas was raised by them shooters and steppers. Yeah. They heard the EP and now they hit my...
The volume is going up and down, man. I don't know.
With all this money in my mind, I'm never gonna rest again.
So that's a little problematic for me.
Tell me that I'm heartless. I put my niggas on, that's how you gotta do it, yeah. That real shit in me, swear to God, I speak it fluent. Don't try to test my gangster. I stay in line with all my shooters in them. Now with that face shit, I peep the way that y'all be moving, yeah. Niggas say they gon' kill.
This one was definitely a throwaway for me.
I know I got a target on my back. Niggas don't wanna see me win, so best believe that I ain't like, yeah.
That one was a bit of a throwaway for me. Not gonna lie. The way you held your flow, it was solid. Very sturdy flow. Very enunciative. It's not like you were hard to hear or understand, but the beat kept going in and out, up and down. The mix on that was god awful to me, man. And also, it didn't sound super inspired. Yeah. It just kind of sounded a little lazy with the yeah. It's something, yeah. That's okay, but it just doesn't, energy is a big part of music. I thought the rapping is fine. You're a great rapper. And not just a good rapper, a great rapper. Bro, you can spit. Like, and the way you can manipulate your flows to add some nice vocal tonality in there is fantastic. I mean, you're expert level at that, but that one didn't hit the mark for me. I'm gonna go 83 on that one, maybe 82. The mix is a big part of it. You know what I mean? If the mix sounded better, I could definitely go higher, but yeah. Little 2019, yeah. It sounded a little old. It sounded like, it didn't sound old, but it didn't sound as polished as your recent music does. So that doesn't surprise me. So ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with putting out singles to keep yourself hot. And the thing about that joint is, it isn't a bad single. I think you could get a couple new fans from that song. I don't think that is like one of them singles that like you can't build on. But I just don't think it's gonna have the legs to go take you far. That's a good bridge to your next single. So, a lot of talk has been made about man, I can't speak today. Genetically modified foods, okay? So, this is crazy. Lab-grown meat has now been approved by the FDA for human consumption. That's crazy to me. But it kind of makes sense. We'll get into that in a minute. Let's get into this Ruciano joint, Boss Talk The Becoming. It kind of makes sense to me that they're starting to create food from lab stuff using biopsies of living animals and recently slaughtered animals. They're creating cell-cultivated meat. I'm not sure how different that is from genetically modified. I think it's the same thing. But I can also, I'm not saying I would eat it, but I do get why it may be happening. We'll talk about that next. Let's rock on with the man, Ruciano. Yeah, we'll talk about that, BTOD. I said the same thing when I read it. Yeah. When I read it, I was like, that's not okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's cool. We'll play him, Nate. We don't have a ton of songs tonight. We're almost at the end of the show. So, yeah, I'll play both of them. Let's go. Big shouts. Is Kelly on the internet? Does he do Instagram? I would like to communicate with him. I think he's a good artist. Let's get into this next one. Aquaman in the building. Deal with the drip. Drip King right here, Ruciano. This is Boss Talk from The Becoming.
This is a J. Clyde production.
Flavor dripping in my stable pitch. I'm on the man just like cable vision. Naked women in my kitchen cooking, making dishes. Steak and chicken while I'm blazing, pivot, drinking privilege. I stay consistent up on every song. Yup, you can tell I'm smart and I got plenty balls. Yup, I was sent from Mars with expensive charms. Troy lit the story shit like I'm a wrecking ball. Yeah, I'm hella sure I need a cutting board. A wizard with this rap shit, call me Dumbledore. Beats
Dumbledore.
I keep it swaggy and I pack you like the oven door. Yeah, I plan to flood New York and all the other states. Coast Guards at my crib because I bring the wave. Yeah, stuff for days, touch a cake. Work the officer. I'm on the money train.
My man said Coast Guard is at my door because I brought the wave. Because I brought the wave.
I was sent from Mars with expensive charms. Troy lit the story shit like I'm a wrecking ball. Yeah, I'm hella sharp, I need a cutting board. A wizard with this rap shit, call me Dumbledore.
I'm hella sharp, I need a cutting board. A wizard ripped this rap-ish, call me Dumbledore. This is a little too far down in the list for the track listing. This needs to go up a few notches. I think you got to swap this one out with accordingly, honestly.
Be talking flat line like an underscore. I keep it swaggy and I pack you like the oven door. Yeah, I plan to flood New York and all the other states. Coast Guards at my crib because I bring the wave.
The wave.
Days touch a cake up the day. weight worth of Officer Robinson. I'm on the money train. See how I cash out, I'm a cash cow. Told you little niggas that I came from Slash Town. Do your research and go and check the background. I've been doing this shit since Grand Hill and Stackhouse.
Grand Hill and Stackhouse.
Lighting up the Zaya, you know the gas loud. Higher than the sky, smoking about to pass out. Solid as a rock, and I came and laid a smack down. Adios to my enemies, so high, I came for your energy. Around and that goes like the Trinity. If it's money, I'm a pop.
Like the Trinity.
I grind while you sleep. Sheesh, if we ain't making moves, I ain't trying to hear a peep. No brave hard life, where this shit is for the weak. Better learn to be quiet when you hear a boss speak facts. Yeah, you know what I'm on. I'm in the 4 seasons and my life is 5 stars. I'm too cool, white bins with the top off. My beat is louder than a...
In the 4 seasons and my life is 5-star. Is this another artist or is this still you, Ruciano? Did you hand it off on this one?
Sirens on a cop car, yeah, I'm feeling like a rock star. Probably rolling off a pilly, getting lockjaw. Liddy with your bitty, bout to pop off.
Liddy with your bitty.
You then do not call, yeah. I put it.
Liddy with your bitty.
I'm a narcissist and I be on my high horse. To all you little niggas tryna drop salt. Man, that's only 90 seasons into my sauce, yeah. Burberry socks on. Man, that's word to air, but you know I'm fly dog. I get high like James Bond and watch the
word to air, bud. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This dude said word to air, bud. You know I'm top dog. And that's cold. that's not bad.
You're trying to drop salt. Man, that's only 90 seasons into my sauce, yeah. Burberry socks on. Man, that's word to air, but you know I'm fly dog.
I'm fly. Oh, he said I'm fly dog.
Penthouse suite, catch me at the top floor. I like strong all night long, that's a routine. I'm doing me so beautifully, swagger too clean. I'm in a building like I just signed a new lease. No popcorn, but my life's a movie. I'm the trending topic, I be on your news feed. Yes, I get it popping like a true G.
Man, y'all spit on this one. Good lord.
Fendi goggles on me with the new feats. Adios to my enemies, so high, I came for your energy. Right around and that goes like the Trinity. If it's money, I'ma pop up like...
Man, this is a good song right here.
Sheesh, if we ain't making moves, I ain't trying to hear a peep. No brave hard life, where this shit is for the weak. Better learn to be quiet when you...
Is there a feature on here?
Adios to my enemies, so high.
Ruciano, is that all you on this joint? This joint is hard.
If it's money, I'ma pop up like remember me. I grind while you sleep. Sheesh, if we ain't making moves, I ain't trying to hear a peep. Brave hard life, where this shit is for the weak. Better learn to be quiet when you hear a boss speak.
Ruciano. That was hard, man. That had energy top to bottom. That's one of them songs that wear you out. That's one of them gym joints. You got to play that joint at the gym, man. Hey, you ready to slap somebody with the weights, man? I like that one. Ugh, I'm going 95 on that one. I don't have a lot negative to say. That's all you. You see, you changed your style up on that one way more than on the other tracks. You changed your style up real nice on that one. The second verse sounded like a completely different artist. Yeah, that's hard, man. That's hard. You sounded like a completely different artist on that second verse. That was cool. The hook was cool. That was fantastic, man. 95 for that one, maybe 96. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This is good. Ruciano, this is a good tape. And the thing is, you know, it definitely has more of an old school hip hop feel to it. Like rap heads, like bar heads like myself. I mean, that you got us in the bag. Fans like me, you got, right? But you also got a real swag that I think you can translate to the females too. Like I feel like just some of the swag you talking about. I'm like, I think some chicks might like that. I think you got you got a real chick-friendly vibe to you as well, man. You got a real, I do think, so going forward, what I hope to hear from you, and we'll get into era, and we'll get into some more music tonight here in just a minute, but what I hope to hear going forward is, I just want to hear a little bit of growth with the content. You know, the content is mostly about, I've heard a lot of lean and weed references along with a lot of drip references, which is fine, you know. It's gonna be raining hundreds, which is fine. I think you definitely got to have you got to have your core things that you talk about, like, and those are, you know, staple things to make a billion bars out of. But for me, I want to hear you dig into your bag a little bit more. Maybe get a little bit more personal. Maybe talk about some things that aren't the 3 topics I covered already. But this is a great tape so far. I mean, I'm really impressed. I didn't know. I've listened to your songs and they've been cool. You know, I didn't really have a lot of like expectations going into this, but this exceeded whatever expectations I did have because it was really good. We're talking about cell cultivated meat. So what they're doing is they're using biopsies from living animals and recently slaughtered animals who were part of the food system. And this company expects these cells to be capable of indefinitely self-renewing and eventually phase out all animal components. So now my question is, what are you eating? If they're eventually going to phase out the animal parts and it's just going to be all cell cultivated, what are you actually eating? You're eating a duplicate? You're eating a clone? Is that what's happening here? I just want to be very clear. I'm not sure about this. But in a statement from the FDA shared November 16th, the agency said, and this is the FDA, the evaluation of chicken from Upside Foods had no further questions. No further. That's a weird statement to make about cell cult. This food is made from cells. And y'all have no more questions? Because I got like 9 million questions and I ain't even like in the FDA. I got a lot of questions. So apparently they have no further questions. I don't know what they had to pay the FDA for that, but I'm sure it was hefty to get them to just say they're not going to ask any more questions. The agency added they considered the lab-grown meat safe for consumption. What does that mean? A lot of things are safe for consumption. I can drink a Coke, but if I drink one every day, there's a good chance I'm going to have diabetes. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't want to get on these tangents, but like, bro, this group, Upside Foods, this company is already engaged with multiple firms about other products cultured from animal cells, including seafood cells, which would be solely overseen by the FDA. We continue to encourage firms to enter. So the reason they're doing this is because I think eventually there is going to be a food shortage. I just read a big article today. I live in Arizona that there's a water shortage coming to the Southwest, and it's going to be horrible. Like people aren't going to have. Like, we're probably going to have to move. Like I didn't tell wifey, but I'm thinking of like we have to figure some things out because you can't survive without water. But I have questions, and I don't love the fact that they say it's safe for consumption. Like, man, I don't know. You got to give me more positive words than we have no further questions. Because sometimes, like when you don't want to know the answer, you stop asking questions, right? You know, it's like you have to ask your spouse if they've cheated. You don't want to ask that question because you're gonna get the answer, and then when you get it, you may not like it. Let's keep things moving right now. Y'all tell me what y'all think about cell cultivated meat. And B-Rex made a good point. Things are made of cells. That's true, but I don't know. It sounds like Star Trek. I don't know if y'all ever watched Star Trek The Next Generation. As a kid, I used to love that show. And they had these things called replicators, and you could literally put whatever you want in the thing and it would replicate the food for you. So I always thought if they're replicating it, it can't be real, right? It's replicated. Let's get into this. Never Miss Caramel Classic. What up, homie?
Like my exes, you know KK never miss, nah. Get to stepping, I can wipe you like a dish, nah. They don't get it, I'm the goat up in this bitch. Extra credit if you hit me with a diss. Damn, KK cold as a penguin, he got some heavy feet. Haters breaking down on me lately, they need some gasoline. Thought I wouldn't make it back then, but now she a fan of me. Funny how I got that bitch naked, she used to laugh at me. Wait, nah, you ain't trying to play, this ain't no game style. Spray shots, clapping, all these dudes ain't using me. But say nah, on my level lately, Ellie they try. Ain't lying, if you want the smoke, I got some space rocks. I would be the man until I'm old and got some gray spots. They don't understand, so I'm schooling these dudes like wayside. They've been chasing KK so long and it's like they can't stop. Thinking you can fuck with me now, well I'm afraid no.
The energy is good on this. I can't really hear you as well as I would like to. Your vocals sound a little muted. But the energy is right. You're riding the beat well. You're talking your ish real well. I kind of like some of the slowed down, chopped and screwed kind of version you're using right here. Not a bad track.
KK back up from the grave, he's looking like the crow. I'll slay you if you in my way, just thought I'd let you know. Really, I can make a wish, but I'm still sicker than the dope. I ain't trying to fix today, but I'll still bring the pope. Like my exes, you know KK never miss, nah. Get to stepping, I can wipe you like a dish, nah. They don't get it, I'm the goat up in this bitch. Extra credit if you hit me with a dish. Damn, KK cold as a penguin, he got some heavy feet. Haters breaking down on me lately, they need
It's not that interesting though, KK.
them, but now she a fan of me. Funny how I got that bitch naked, she used to look.
I think with all of your vocal effects you put on this, I would rather see you be more creative with the content, because I feel like you did a lot of work to have some of those vocal chops in there, to have some of the slowed down, chopped and screwed effect you put in. Like, you did a lot vocally there to not say a lot. It was more like a ish talking track about chicks. You know what I mean? The things that you can do. I don't know. I really, maybe it's the old man in me. I want more content, and I feel like if you're gonna be so detailed with what you do with the vocals, then well, I think the vocal could have been a little louder, a little bit more present, a little bit more clean. But outside of that, it's like you didn't say much. No, it's not terrible. The beat was thumping, and you really did a lot vocally to keep the track entertaining as far as your energy goes. The flows were okay, the cadence was fine. So it's not bad. Didn't blow me away either. I'd probably go 83 on it. Better mix, more interesting. I think there could have been some better with that kind of a beat. I think we needed more punchlines. I didn't hear a lot of strong punchlines. Maybe I missed them. So if y'all heard some punchlines in that joint that you thought were quotable, let me know. And drop your scores for the homie, man. That was Carmel Classic. Never miss. New one he just sent. He's got that private up on his SoundCloud, so he gave us a little sneak preview. Appreciate that, bro. Drop your scores for the man. Help out the community member right there, our homie KK. So I'm not doing that, man. I got a few things. We talked about autonomous cars earlier. I've been big on that because that freaks me out. They say Sony and Honda are teaming up to put a PlayStation 5 inside autonomous vehicles, so they really think. Yeah, it might have been personalized. I didn't catch any quotables, and maybe it's because the mix wasn't that strong for me. I'll go back through. I'll peruse it one more time in my free time and see. Because you're right, there could have been a ton I missed, but the vocal wasn't very present in the earbuds to me. I didn't hear it like I wanted to either, so that could have been a part of me missing them. So yeah, man, I'm not doing that though. What do y'all? I'm with FF. Meat replicas and nah. Even anything replica, I don't know, man. It's just like doesn't feel right to eat a replica or something. It doesn't seem natural to me, but of course resources are scarce, and so eventually that may be the only thing we can do. Let's get into this next one, man. Big shouts to my man P.U.R.E. We got the last song from Ruciano on the way. Then we got a couple Kelly is XL joints. Big shouts to Kelly. Homie is nice. Let's get into this real brief like my man P.U.R.E. The name of this joint is Smoking a Lot. It's got Vontae Mac. I like Vontae Mac too. I think he's a talented artist. Let's get into this real brief like this is P.U.R.E. Vontae Mac. This is Smoking a Lot. Yeah, it might be the headphones.
Smoking a lot. Goddamn, I've been smoking a lot. Goddamn, I've been smoking a lot. I've been smoking a lot. Goddamn, I've been lazy shit. Goddamn, I've been smoking a lot. Goddamn, I've been smoking a lot. Goddamn, I've been smoking a lot. Goddamn, I've been smoking.
What y'all think about that mix for KK's joint? That sound good? Is it my headphones?
Goddamn, I've been smoking a lot. Okay, my eyes slow, drive slow. I might hit a coyote, dust storm coming in. I might make a typo. Feel like crazy taxi, get the high score. And she in the backseat with the white snow. Coco in her nose going loco. Faux show so blowed in my own zone. Won't go broke. I got songs by the boatload. Hit it at a park, Juan Soto. Rolling up the stank. P.U.R.E. made pranks.
Rolling up the stank.
And it ain't changed. Because every day I play a Hall of Fame game. A winning mentality's what I've maintained.
The bars here are a little corny. They're not terrible, but they are a little corny.
Damn, I was smoking a lot. Goddamn, I was smoking a lot. Yeah, okay, my eyes slow, drive slow. I might hit a coyote, dust storm coming in. I might make a typo. Feel like crazy taxi, get the high score. And she in the backseat with the white snow. Coco in
That's not bad in the backseat with the white snow.
Show so blowed in my own zone. Won't go broke. I got songs by the boatload. Hit it at a park, Juan Soto. Rolling up the stank.
Not terrible.
We made pranks way back in the day, and it ain't changed.
Got a little bounce to it.
Play a Hall of Fame game. A winning mentality's what I've maintained. I'm a selfish motherfucker. I don't know how to act. I'm just doing what I do, and they all overreact. Finna hop up in the whip and then I smug at the gas. Vibe out and just make some tracks. I've been smoking a lot. Goddamn, bro, I haven't even left my room today. I've been smoking a lot. I've been smoking a lot. Goddamn, I've been
not bad.
Bro, I'm getting fucking lazy. Goddamn, I've been smoking a lot. Goddamn, I've been smoking a lot. Hey, yo, Vontae, what you on, man? And I've been smoking a lot. Goddamn, I've been smoking a lot.
Rolling up the raws, I won't even lie to you. Yeah, well, I've been smoking a lot. Treat life like a game, been connecting the dots. Got these haters all mad and they praying I stop. feeling like Steph when I'm taking a shot. Get high, then I spit a flow. People know I make it look easy like a motherfucking finger roll. I'm fucking hoes, I know you don't know. And going places I can't even pronounce, but know you'll never go. I'm about to blow in the smoking so much weed, got them thinking I grow. Man, about to action like the G.I. Joe. Hit the scene and I shine like the neon do. Look, I've been murdering the competition under the influence.
Go for the fact.
I ain't got no choice but get to it. Roll up and get blazed, turn the people that I influence. Before I hit the stage, I remember I done been through it.
I actually like Vontae's verse a lot. It had a really, really easy delivery to it. And it was like real, it was just perfect. He didn't get too animated. He didn't under animated. The ad libs were probably the strongest part. If you listen back, the ad libs on that were great.
Saying that I shine like the neon do. Look, I've been murdering the competition under the influence. Money call my name and I ain't got no choice but get to it. Roll up and get blazed, turn the people that I influence. Before I hit the stage, I remember I done been through it.
Yeah, it was chill, man.
Because I be going through a lot sometimes. Either way it go. Even if I wasn't, I think I'd be smoking. So fuck it.
Goddamn, I be smoking a lot. Goddamn, I be smoking
It's a real chill song. I don't have a problem with it, honestly.
a lot. I be smoking a lot. Goddamn,
They are.
goddamn, I be smoking a lot. Goddamn, I be smoking a lot. Goddamn.
I think there's a lot of people that would like this song too. I think this song has a lot of usage media-wise. You know, I could see this in like the new Clerks movie or something like that. New Cheech and Chong, something like that. You know, it's got a real back and forth. It's got a Devin and Matt go to high school kind of feel to it. So what? We get drunk. It's got that kind of a vibe to it. I think, you know, I thought it was a nice mix of like regular dude and a little and then my man Vontae brought a little bit of the hood feel to it. You know what I mean? He had a little graveliness in his voice. Was talking a little of that shit. You know what I mean? I liked it. Overall, it's not a bad song to me. I'm gonna go 90 on that joint. I think P. Louie, I think you gotta come a little harder with the bars, man. The back half of your verse, it's like, I think we talked about this once. Like you write these real potent starts to verses, and then they sometimes they trail off a little bit. Let's get into this next one. Big shouts to the homie Ruciano. This is The Becoming, the name of this joint. Last joint on a very fantastic tape. We're gonna talk about that shortly. Big shouts to the homie Ruciano. This one right here is Era.
This is a J. Clyde production.
Ruciano, nigga. Got the tightest flow in the planet, the microphone to get damaged. See, I'm a pro. I got such a vibrant tone on the canvas. The finest hoes will get spanked, though they riding home with the transit. The styrofoam in my hand, oh, I like the dope and get hammered. Yeah, I'm outstanding like a mannequin. Bait with the camel print. Alexander kicks, see how I handle it. Pounds of cannabis, the crown champion. Last Atlantean, styles cancerous, I damage shit. So understand that I'm explosive like a Roman candle. Hotter than a solar panel. All my ops get trophy strangled. Niggas can't stand me like a broken ankle. Valabas's denim with the polar flannel.
He's talking a lot of cloth talk, a lot of clothing talk on this joint. I like the cuts. I like the scratching in there. That's dope. The AZ bite, I like that.
Hogan and Maximus that you don't want no static with. Far from your average, I'm accurate as Kaepernick. Except I be passing splits. Hail Mary, I'm so immaculate. It's the spiteful bastard.
I'm accurate as Kaepernick, except I be passing spliffs. Hail Mary, something. That was cold.
Hogan and Maximus that you don't want no static with. Far from your average, I'm accurate as Kaepernick. Except I be passing splits. Hail Mary, I'm so immaculate. It's the spiteful bastard, psychopathic Mike assassin. I fly on dragons, diving acid right outside my hand. Vampire status, live action, shiny carrots.
I don't know if y'all know Master Ace. He kind of reminds me of Master Ace a little bit. Y'all ever listen to Master Ace? Master Ace was a big influence for Eminem.
I'm piling cash and lighting gas and these designer fabric. The truth is I be in the booth recline, I'm too divine. You couldn't picture me slacking wearing a suit and tie. To make a long story short, beats get brutalized and a new hybrid computer virus couldn't reboot my drive.
Flow with vengeance, blast of a dying breed. I'm a fair breed. Flow with vengeance, rare breed. It's God-given.
I would like to rap with Ruciano, cause Ruciano seemed like the type of dude that like he'll mess around and smoke you on your own track. He'll mess around. Like, you'll send him something, and he'll send something back, and you go, okay, I can't put my verse out like that. He's got some very potent bars, man. Big shouts Ruciano, man. As a rapper, it's not a question.
Wrestling mankind, moonwalking across a field full of landmines. I'm hot enough to give Johnny Torch a 10 line. See, I can't lie, I was designed to withstand time. Understand
I'm hot enough to give Johnny Torch a 10 line. Johnny Torch? Fantastic Four? Bars?
Go dumb, but I'm smart as hell. Drinking a spark of L's that stink like a garbage pail. Dipped in that larger fell. Swimming with sharks and whales. Abnormal, I barely feel like my normal self. Far from a human, call me a mutant sent from the future. I went and killed Freddy Krueger and slept with Medusa. Every abuser getting twisted off Henny and Buddha.
You killed Freddy Krueger and slept with Medusa? Whew.
Cause how I'm flexing on them like why you can't in the cool. With vengeance, blast of a dying breed.
This definitely is a playback. I definitely would spin. I will spin the block on this joint, man. It's a good EP. It's fantastic. Yeah, I like that one, man. Yeah. So what Ruciano does. Ruciano brings out the rapper in me. Like, I'm already like, damn, I gotta go for bar with this cat. This boy's not like, he's nice. So, you know, we gotta talk. I try to look at music from all angles, all types of marketability, you know, across mediums. And then you gotta just look at, you know, who you're going to service with your music. That sounds strange, but who's going to latch on to it? You know, you always gotta be looking at your audience. I will say some of Ruciano's stuff is going to be hard for everybody to vibe with. It's not universal. But for guys like me, it's fantastic. This is right where I'm at home. You know, big shouts to my man FF. He sent me that new Lloyd Banks. You're up there with your lyricism. Like, some of these couplet flows you got going on, and some of these, you know, multi-syllabistic joints, it's impressive, man. It's very impressive. Era is dope. I'm going to go 91 on Era. I like Era. But the rapping is not really assailable. The only thing I would say, you know, going forward for me, I think, you know, I try to give growth points. I don't know that you need a lot of growth points. You know where you're going with your music. You know, you're definitely, like I said, okay, cool. Let me go work on that tonight then. That makes me happy. That song is cold, by the way. Your ability to put together tracks hook wise, fantastic. I think you gotta share a little bit. I think you gotta work with other artists. I want to hear you on some R&B stuff with some females. I think you got a swag. I think you got a swag going that will resonate with women. And I think you got to tap into that lane a little bit in that kind of fabulous vein. I hear some of that. You got to use that, man. And women are the ones who pay for music. We don't do that. They buy concert tickets. We don't. A lot of dudes don't do that. So I liked it, man. Talking about the tape overall, went 92 off the first track, Look What You Made Me Do. Accordingly, I think we said 87, 88. Night Rider was in the 90s. I think 92 as well. Night Rider could have been a little higher. I'm going to listen to that again. That make it a higher score. How It Is. How It Is was strong, too. All of these was strong. I think How It Is and Boss Talk were probably... Boss Talk was hard, too. They're all hard, man. Boss Talk was super hard. Yeah, man, this is good. Boss Talk was probably the best track on here now that I'm thinking about it. That was a 95. All in all, this is a definite A. I think if I had to average those scores, I think it'd be somewhere in the range of a 93, 94. It's good. You're passing. You're toward the top of the class with this one for sure. Very good, man. Very, very good tape. I have a lot of respect for what you did on this, Ruciano. Big shouts to Brooklyn in the building tonight. Yeah, man. That gave me some life, bro. That was good. That really woke up the rapper in me, man. That really made me say, I need to do more. You know, I try to tell my son, man, like, you want to put yourself around people that motivate you and they make you want to go harder, and that definitely did that for me. Let's get into this next one. We got 2 songs left for tonight, both of them coming to us by way of Kelly is XL, by way of our man Nate the Great. We're going to wrap up the night, some great music. Big shouts to Ruciano again, that Becoming. Let's give my man a bomb because he deserves it. Great work, bro. This is Work featuring Kimana. Kelly is XL.
Word the man, pay the man, really didn't cut their hand, cut them off, ain't no stop, knock them
start a riot in my city, never try it. Got me fucked up like my sinus. Love me like you like it, nigga. Fruity, no papaya. Strap a Ruger to my side and murder anyone in sight. Word to me, pay to me. Really, cut they hand, cut them off. Ain't no stop, knock them down, chop them off. Word to me, pay to me. Word to me.
This is a very nerd Chad Hugo Pharrell vibe to it.
Turn, nigga skirt in my lane. I don't merge. I'm a flirt. Pop a purr. I need head, cause it hurt.
Okay. Juicy J-ish right there.
Only word. I'm my best. I'm a mess. Make a mess when she twerk.
I want the money, boy, give me your bag. I want to run it, boy, you come and last.
Wow.
You stuck in the past.
Wow.
I'm stuck in the lag. Probable cause
Woo.
pain in the booth from
Woo.
got a hole in my shoe. Money division, I only see blue. I can't show my this is what I conclude. I cannot lose, no, I just refuse. Breaking the bread and sit back with a crew. So if you won't get it, boy, let 'em my fuse. Talk about you, they talk about me, that's why I get the views. Riding my wave, it's a permanent cruise. My goal is to educate all the keeping it real, always spitting the truth. Rubber gorillas, I got a platoon. I'm one step ahead and I'm making my move. So if you won't get it, boy, send all your troops.
Sick of your ass, bro. Nah. I love how you sit there and smile in my face like I ain't there. I see the disrespectful shit from a mile away, but I don't care. Everybody ain't perfect, ain't nobody really working. I ain't fucking with the serpents, I don't deserve this. Tell me I'm worth it. Tell me I'm worth it. I tell a thotty to stay away. You call me big bitch, your bacon shake. I'm tryna push all the hate away, but I got some shit I can't wait to say.
This is a fun track, man.
Hit that nigga like 808s. I faded that nigga, he fade away like.
Ooh, I got a lot of thoughts on this one. Man, I liked it though. I'm gonna go 89, maybe 90, and here's why. So I thought the track got off to a boring start. It got off sluggishly to me. It took about 45 seconds, but when Kelly came back in with more of the acapella, I think it was just one drum going off. His ability to maintain the strength of his rhymes, the clarity, the cadence, to be sharp and precise in that space. And then the transition into that second rapper, I think that's Kimana. Now, it did sound like the mix on Kimana's verse was different. It sounded like it's just slightly off. I love when Kelly came back at it. I mean, that track from about 40 seconds on is just a giant heat rock. It did take a little bit to get going, and for a second I was kind of like, I don't know about that. But man, when it started to sizzle, shit got cracking. Yeah, that's solid. That's definitely. I'm gonna go 90. It's a slight tweak, man. I don't know. Just the beginning. The beginning threw me off a little bit. That's a good song though. That was fun. Big shouts to my man Nate the Great for dropping that one off. Kelly is XL right there. Kimana. I want to hear more from them. That's fun. That was a lot of fun. Last song of the night right here. Kelly is XL. Sent to us by way of our bro Nate, our comrade in arms. This is Die Die, produced by KP. Got Goatinks right there. Shouts to the homie Goatinks. He's not a real person, but shout to him anyway.
Really, I get on my bullshit, but this one I have to impress the God. Anyways, without further ado, let's get to the slam.
Ooh.
Bear with me now.
Say, ooh, I bet a nigga wanna die, wanna drive by, wanna 5-0 like some spray a nigga with a couple syllables, white tee, tie dye, oh my, he can wipe it off. Kelly, why do I try? Tell him bye, wanna cry when I fire off. I gotta read.
Sound like Do or Die.
The sun and moon collide with his head. I don't write to right, I write to right the wrong. If wrong is right, then right is wrong. Ain't no ordinary nigga with a penmanship. Really think a regular nigga can write the song. Die, got a missile barrage. She ain't fucking with a missile though. Punchline, hit him in the kiss a bullet with a missile though. Pew, pew, missing like a stripper.
Pew, pew, pew.
Speaking in gibberish, speech impediment, that's his clearest. He gon' never get me, no hear you. Speak intelligent. Matter of fact, I don't even care about him. He irrelevant. But I gotta hit my grind.
He irrelevant.
Zygo, but your girl, that's a typo. I'm with your bitch Fido. Steady sipping Henny like.
This is a lot of fun.
Every sip it be killing me. Damn, I can't see like a pyro. World spinning like gyro. Made a bitch hyper scream low key, no high key. She was working on the high notes. Minor ain't delirious. How the first hit we made belonged on a motherfucking vine.
This is very Eminem-ish. But he's having fun with it, and he's giving us like 6 flows already. I mean, he's really switching up his style a lot. A lot of voice manipulation. Sounds good to me. Like I said, I gotta get some new headphones. I'll apologize to y'all partially because I can't give as crispy of a critique on the mixes, but I'll be able to do a better job of it next week. But so far so good, man.
That's where I got that vinyl bar from.
In the middle of a rap. Say, ooh, I bet a nigga wanna
Are you talking in the middle of a rap?
tell him bye-bye when I cry, when I fire off. I gotta reach a higher peak. Call me a god, your word is rational. Say it, was she ain't afraid of throwing it back a lateral mathematical bitch every story she tell irrational. Give me a set, I got a way I can make a rational. Unzip my pants and I'm just John. For the music I be fanatical, I just gotta be apical. So much word on my shoulder level to be on my clavicle. Any damage see me and my niggas to be collateral. Apex predator, every letter will be emphatic. Send my mama to feed you with money, it be sabbatical. Come up in cans, I'm in my city, the fucking capital. Rapping the fucking storm up, mastering orthographical studies. Every sentence crafted to be grammatical. My shit go hard.
This is a song that you can impress people with. This is a cool song to have. I don't think it's going to have a lot of replay value for a lot of people over time. You might get 2 or 3 plays. I think this is a song that you show other people, though. I think this is a reason Nate sent this in, because it's like, this is really cool what you can do. You know, you having fun, you're messing with yourself. Like, why are you talking during the raps? And then you threw out a word like you're doing some Harry Mack freestyle type stuff. It's cool, man. I enjoy it.
Viagra, got your whole drip in Niagara, right on my pony, I'm pony boy, gotta stay golden now, whole Cleopatra, yeah, you never golden, you Napa, I give her space, I be NASA, go sit that bra like a pastor, cause she wanna suck, but I'm only your rapper, only way she get a high if I dab her, now she ain't whole, gotta patch her up, gotta wake up on my Julian shit, don't fucking touch her, I'm suing you, bitch.
I'm gonna study your every remove studious, bitch, acting up like it's a movie and shit, Caesar cause I'm on my Julia shit, disinfecting myself, take a cooties and dip, fucking cooties, I'm so sorry, I burned out. That was hard as hell.
Say, ooh, I bet a nigga wanna die when I drive by when the 5-0 lights come on. Spray nigga with a
I love the hook.
on my, he can wipe.
You gotta remix this, Kelly.
Tell him bye-bye.
Hey, Nate, tell Kelly to remix this.
Higher beat. Call me a god, the sun and moon collide within me.
He needs to remix this. He needs to get Zim on this. He needs to get you on the remix. And then maybe me if he has room. But that needs a remix, man. That needs a remix. Cause that hook is cold. Like that hook is really, really cold. You gotta remix that. That's a good track though. It's a lot of fun. For me, you know, the song could have been over, you know, as we talked about earlier, I think songs are eventually just gonna be a minute long. So I was over it, but this one actually held my attention for about 2 minutes, because just the way he was rapping, switching things up, being playful, having fun, a lot of different sounds, a lot of different cadences, the pacing was all over the place. The one thing that was consistent, which I appreciated, was the hook, because he rode the hook all the way through, and that was the anchor for the song, and it was such a good anchor. That's why I think you could easily put other verses around it, and it'll sound really, really clean. Yeah, that's a dope track, man. That is definitely something that you show, you know, other people. You know, as far as it was a little too long, it was a little gimmicky, if we're being honest, but a lot of fun on that joint. Wrap that one up with a 91. I liked it. I can't see a 2 minute 55 second time limit. I do think you got to get some other rappers on that, remix it. Big shouts to the homie Ruciano tonight, man. The Becoming EP, fantastic, man. I rated that joint out 93. Most of the tracks were slaps. This is just a good place to listen to a hard rapper that goes with energy. Just great music. Thank y'all for rocking with your boy. Happy Saturday night, man. We back next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Big shouts to everybody that joined us tonight, man. Weezy was in the building. Wifey, shouts to KK. Appreciate you sending that music through. BTOD, Lost Legacy in the building. FF from 6'5", my brother. Rita, Ruciano, Nate the Great. All the fan, man. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.